What's up, everyone? This is the Eddie Show, along with my broadcast partner, The Heel, and we are going to talk about sports like football.
Wrestling,
Yeah,
mom, dad,
yeah,
family,
yeah.
kids, craziness.
So ladies and gentlemen, we just wrapped up our
Eddie and the Heel.
Eddie and the Heel Show,
Mm-hmm.
which you can exclusively watch on YouTube.com. At Eddie and the Heel on YouTube.com.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we are on my channel, we're going to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. Commanders.
Formerly Washington Redskins, formerly Washington football team.
Yes.
Formerly Boston Braves. I mean, like, they had all kinds of names. Hopefully they change the name again. I'm not really crazy. The only reason we're talking about Washington Commanders is because I'm a Washington Commanders fan. So, and their least hated rival of the Eagles. But we do have one thing in common.
We do not like
the Dallas Cowboys.
That's the one thing we got in common between both teams, the Philadelphia Eagles and Washington Commanders. We do not like the Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
The biggest rivalry in both of our divisions is the Cowboys between both teams, Washington Commanders and Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams that do not like one specific team.
Yeah.
But all the other teams, we have nothing but respect for. So we don't badmouth all the other teams, just the Cowboys, because they're the main, most hated team in the NFL right
now. Unfortunately, they beat my Washington team. That game was a complete mess. I don't even want to talk about it. I'd rather talk about your Eagles. Saquon Barkley, what was it, 256 yards rushing, something like that?
Yeah.
300 total yards for the game. Eagles just dominating. What is going on? They dominated my team. They're just dominating everybody. What is going on?
Well, they keep talking about they want to be a Super Bowl team. So,
well,
I mean,
they're showing. Hey, man, they're putting it in. Like, the defense is looking good. Obviously, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown. Unfortunately, Devonta Smith is out. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but
don't know.
But hey, man, they're running all cylinders, man. Mm-hmm. Look at those Eagles, man.
They're on fire.
They're on fire. I mean, the crazy thing is, in the beginning of the season, they only got 2 losses. But I'm sorry, since I'm the heel, I'm going to say it, nobody whines about a winning team like Philadelphia Eagles fans. I'm sorry. You just whine too much about a team they won the Super Bowl in the past, whatever years now. I mean, was it 5 years ago? I don't even remember. Whatever it was more recent than my team.
They haven't won this year. So.
Last year, I mean, they've been to the Super Bowl since then. I ain't been, Washington ain't been in a Super Bowl since, I don't know, what was it? 91 was the last time that they were at the Super Bowl. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't know how, and you guys were calling for, what's your coach's name again? Nick
Sirianni.
Nick Sirianni's last year you had, you didn't go all the way. I mean, but and the offense was struggling. There was all this dissension and and then even at the beginning of the season, they're like, oh, he's not the right coach. What is it, 9-2, 10-2 now? Stop the crying. I mean, come on. But you guys are dominating, I mean, I don't know. Is it going to be the Eagles going to the Super Bowl again? Are they going to be, who are they going to go against? The Chiefs?
I don't
know.
The
Bills? Who are they going to be? Who do you think? Who do you see in the Super Bowl, Eddie?
The Eagles and I would say the Dolphins, because that's my mom's favorite team.
The Dolphins?
Yes.
The Dolphins?
I've always wanted a dream match between the Eagles and the Dolphins.
Let me tell you this for a fact. The fact is that the Dolphins may not even make the playoffs, let alone the Super Bowl. So come on, keep it real. The Dolphins. That's like the Dolphins. I'm having a protein bar. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. The Dolphins. What are you talking about? Leave the talk. I can't. I don't know what to say anymore. You just blew my mind. So we had some good wrestling this past week, huh?
Yes, we did.
SmackDown, Raw. We got craziness going on with the Bloodline. The girls are bringing it. I don't even know what to say. You got like, that's the thing about the girls. Like the factions are there, but they're not solid. Like even like our tag team champions, Bianca and Jade, like they're like more singles, wrestlers that are just happen to be matched together, and but they're two big egos. I mean, there's some. Both of them ladies can be the champion. Obviously they're going to try to take out Liv. You got Rhea. Rhea's back.
Yes.
Then there's a beef between Rhea and Bianca now. We got Jade. Jade McCargill is out.
Yeah.
She got jumped. I don't know what's going on with her. I mean, there's just a lot of craziness going on.
But there is a lot of things going around that saying that Bianca might have had something to do with it, but who knows?
Really?
Yeah. That was the other thing I was hearing the other day.
Why don't you tell us about that?
They were saying that Bianca might have a problem with Jade Cargill because they've been having real life beef in the back, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what's true and what's not true.
Like I said, there's two big egos, I mean, both of these women probably want that title. Nia Jax has a title. You got Liv Morgan, who has the two champions, basically, like the two belts now.
But whatever it is, Saudi Arabia belt is not really going to be displayed like all the other championships. They just got rings out of it.
Yeah, true. But still, I mean, like, that's special. And if you beat the champion, you are the champion. We can't take anything away from Liv. I mean, she manipulates it just right. She uses Raquel. She uses that team to have her back. She got the Judgment Day, got her back. Obviously, Dirty Dom. These are you gotta, if you want to win, especially because Liv's she's not a big girl. You look at Jade and Bianca, you look at Rhea, Nia. I mean, like, as the list goes down, and our Jersey girl, she's just like this little thing, but she just knows how to manipulate better than most of these other girls, these ladies, these women, because, we talk about this all the time. The women's storylines are actually a lot more interesting to follow than the men's. We talked about the predictability with the men, the titles, so I'm more excited to see. We got Survivor Series coming up this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Were you going to watch it? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pay-per-view? Are you going to be spending like, what is it, $80 or something like that to watch it? Man.
I get to watch it on Peacock.
Oh, it's on Peacock?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. The Survivor Series is on Peacock?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Peacock. I just got that.
Yeah.
I just started watching. It's called The Day of the Jackal. Did you ever watch that show? It's actually a movie from, I think it's the 70s. It's about an assassin, and it's actually been redone. This is an actual series called Day of the Jackal. It's got Eddie Redmayne. He plays the Jackal in this one. Also, if you remember, in the 90s, there was a Bruce Willis movie and Richard Gere, and it was called The Jackal, and it was basically based on that same storyline. So I'm actually liking Peacock. I just subscribed to the channel, so I really dig it. You know, you get to watch some of these movies, some good movies, some of these good series. So I kind of like that. So, man, we're all over the place on the Eddie Show, ain't we? Huh?
Yes.
It's not just about wrestling.
No.
No,
On
man.
my show, we get to have fun.
Yeah.
Because we already did the wrestling on the Eddie and the Hill channel. So now this is just talking and having fun and
hmm
just playing around
Yeah, man.
and just being goofy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just we'll just run some stuff down from WWE. Like I said, the Bloodline story, because that's something really we really we text each other about. And this week, man, Bloodline, the OG's got a new member.
Mm-hmm.
Want to break it down, man?
Mr. CM Punk.
CM Punk is now part. He is the 5th member
Of the Bloodline.
with
Complete
Roman Reigns.
surprise.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman back.
Mm-hmm.
Was not expecting to hear Paul Heyman back. That surprised everybody. And did you notice how Paul Heyman got a cheer from the crowd? Like, that was a complete surprise. I wasn't expecting them to cheer him. I was expecting them to boo him.
You know, I think that the fans are getting what they want because, you know, we talked about this, a little disappointment in some of the storylines have been going on, especially with the men being too predictable. I think the fans are just getting a little bored, and Paul Heyman coming back. You know what? The CM Punk thing was a great surprise. I give it to you, but I think Paul Heyman being back is what the WWE needed. They needed his just something fresh. And Paul Heyman brings experience. He brought the ECW. He brought that attitude. And I think that's what the WWE needed. They needed his attitude back in the WWE. So there's nothing but good things because you know that he can bring something special that some others just don't. He has that charisma. He has that sinister mindset to really manipulate the crowd, manipulate his wrestlers, and I'm excited that he's back. I gotta say, because I am an original ECW fan. You know, going back, you know, Sabu, Tommy Dreamer, you know, the Sandman. I mean, you know, the Rhino, the Raven. You know, Raven, not the Raven. Raven.
That's
Yeah.
an actual football team.
Perry Saturn. Like I'm talking, you know, like that was craziness and fun, and I know it was probably too much for the younger crowd, but that was the exciting action and just blood and gore and you know, just the action was. There hasn't been anything since, and
Kelly was there back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so that's why I loved it, you know, and especially when WWE got a little more controversial and the Attitude Era. I mean, I missed that, you know, and even though it was, you know, it was a little too intense for
the kids.
Yeah, the kids. But you know what? I'm an adult. I want to see adult stuff, and that's when they started, you know, making it for the older generation, which they needed to. You know, they still got a little bit for the kids, but you know, as far as I'm concerned, the kids can go watch, like, you know, the Purple Dinosaur dude, whatever his name is, you know.
The Purple Dinosaur dude.
Yeah. Barney, there you go. Yeah. And all those, you know, the kids want to watch that, they can go watch that. You know what? I want to watch violence. I want to watch tables, ladders, and chairs. You know, I want to see high flying. I want to see bloody wrestlers, you know, like that was how it was. That's how it should be still. But it is what it is. Maybe that'll change on Netflix. You know, it's coming in.
Remember, they're getting rid of, I think it's 2026, once Peacock's and WWE's relationship ends. There's been talk of bringing the WWE pay-per-views over to Netflix. But I don't know if that's really going to be a thing or not.
We'll see. I don't know what. I don't know if Are they making money? I mean, are they losing money? What's going on with the WWE?
No, but then Ariel Emanuel talked about making Endeavor be private. So I don't know what that's going to do for the future of the WWE at this point.
Well, I'll tell you what. If they don't change the direction they're going, this predictability issue. They have the talent. It's getting monotonous. It's getting.
But the thing is, why don't you utilize the talent you have that's there in the company? Like, you're bringing up all these superstars from NXT,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you're not using them. You're just not doing anything with them, and you're wasting their potential to come up and do something. You're just keeping them down there, and then when you do bring them up, you're like, "Oh, we don't have anything for you to do." Like, there's no point in bringing up talent if you don't have an established idea of what you're gonna do with them. Like, don't bring them up to the main roster and say, "Oh, we're gonna bring you up." You don't know. You don't come up with creative ideas for them. So, like, what are they supposed to do with the talent? They're not really having creative ideas as talent.
Yeah. Well, they'll come up when they're ready. I think, and I think that you've been seeing how some of the roster has been turning over. Some of these wrestlers have been on their way out. So I think obviously they need a roster switch up. They need a little change up. You got some nice young stars. You got Braun Breaker. He's making his name for himself. After coming on from NXT, you got some. You know a lot more of the roster than I do. Especially that NXT roster coming up. We had Rhea Ripley. Look at her. She became a bona fide star. Braun's going to be a bona fide star.
On the NXT roster, you got that Javon Evans, who's really like young and.
Who's that?
Javon Evans.
Oh yeah.
Randy Orton tried to fight, and then they had that big squabble, and then Randy Orton, Javon Evans said, "I'm sorry," and Randy was like, "It's no big deal."
Yeah.
Because he missed the spot or something.
Yeah.
But it's not like how he did with Kobe Kingston, where he actually beat his head in and called him stupid back in the day. So at least Randy's not doing what he did with Kobe Kingston with Javon Evans and called him stupid because he missed the move.
Yeah. Little tough love there. Who knows? No, we'll see what happens. Survivor Series coming up. These storylines, hopefully, I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with the Bloodline. Paul Heyman, CM Punk, the Usos, Solo, Roman, who's going to be the undisputed tribal chief? Will The Rock come in and will The Rock become the tribal chief? Will he
I would be shocked to see if The Rock shows up on Saturday. That would be an interesting surprise to have The Rock show up. Because remember, he showed up at the end of Bloodline, the end of that Bad Blood
pay-per-view, yeah. Yeah.
And he showed up and went like that. So who knows if he's going to show up on Saturday and do the same thing, or is he going to come out and say something?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what happens, man. So what else is going on in life? What's going on? Are you going to any concerts?
I am going to go to see Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart. Woo!
An oldie but a goodie.
An oldie but a goodie.
A lot of you guys probably know that back in the day, Rod Stewart, the biggest, well-named person in the world.
In the world? Is he bigger than The Rock?
I don't know. But I'm going to see him in July, and I'm very excited. It is my first time going to see him because my mom has took a lot of other people to go see Rod Stewart.
Oh. Mom loves Rod Stewart, huh?
Yeah. I'm the only one who's not seen him in concert, so I'm very excited for that.
Well, Rod Stewart is of my time, so when I was growing up younger and stuff like this, Rod Stewart was he was kind of like he was kind of like the Justin Timberlake of that time, you know. So, um, yeah, I mean, you know, he's pretty famous, and 80s music, you know, that's kind of like back in my, you know, it's my time music. I love 80s music. So, you know, coming up watching, you know, MTV at the time, Rod Stewart videos, you know, nah, he's a cool dude. His hair is it's crazy. He's got crazy hair. So I don't know if you ever noticed Rod Stewart's crazy hair. And that's always I always thought Rod Stewart was unique because of his crazy hair. Um, but yeah, he's a groovy dude.
Yeah.
I go see it, but no, I'm never invited to anything. Nobody ever. I guess
Well,
it's.
my mom kind of revealed a spoiler to me for Christmas,
Uh-oh.
but she said I'm going to see. Oh God, what's my aunt saying? Oh Lord.
Yeah, my daughter went to Rutgers, so that's why I got the Rutgers shirt. I was hoping my son would go there to wrestle, but we'll see. It's a great college, though. Love great university. Football, wrestling, great sports, great education. Yeah. What were you saying? Now I'm off my rocker.
Yeah, because my aunt distracted you.
I'm all distracted. Thanks, Aunt Terry.
So yeah, we're just having fun, and we're having fun and talking to my aunt on YouTube Live, and it's just fun. So yeah, we're having fun. We're breaking this down, and we're having fun.
And going to see Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna say like you're surprised and like you guys are gonna take me to a concert.
No, I'm also surprisingly, I should. It's a surprise for Christmas, but my mom kind of spoiled it for me. I'm going to see My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical. I heard about that. Everybody on Facebook's been writing about that. What's it? The Black Parade?
Yeah.
Tour.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I like a couple of their songs. I'm not the biggest fan. But what's that one song? I guess it's the Black Parade song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like they're not bad. You know, I like different kinds of music. Like I said, I like to go see the Killers with your dad sometime, you know.
That would be cool. You and my dad going to see the Killers. Speaking of that, he's going to a Killers.
Of course he is.
January in Las Vegas.
Oh man. No way. Your dad's going to see the Killers.
Again, yeah.
Again. For the 5,000th time.
Well, he knows we're going to Rod Stewart, so that's the only reason he's doing it.
I'd rather go to the Killers than Rod Stewart. I'm sorry. Some guys have no. I'm gonna start singing Rod Stewart. Now, you know, I haven't been to a concert in a while. I want to bring my son to a concert. Yeah, I don't remember the last concert I've seen. I think the last concert I've been to was Tool and Disturbed. They were in Philly at the whatever that center is where the Sixers play.
The Wells Fargo Center.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, they want to put the Sixers somewhere else because they're making a big deal about it.
Well, yeah, they're supposed to be building a new stadium. They were talking about it possibly in Camden.
I mean, why not do it in Camden? You're right across the street from the 76ers facility.
I don't know.
Chinatown, really? Like,
yeah, but I heard that's not supposed to go through either. So who knows?
Hope that doesn't go through. I really hope it doesn't. Because, I mean, I understand Philadelphia's mayor really wants that, but it's like.
Well, I believe, listen, the teams of Philly, you should keep it in Philly. You know, it's like almost like the Jets and the Giants. They're in New Jersey. You know, the stadium's in Rutherford, East Rutherford. The Jets and the Giants, and they play in New Jersey. You know, why can't we have one of them? Why can't they call them like the New Jersey Giants or the New Jersey Jets, and in New York and have the other team? You know, like what's up with that?
I don't.
You know, we got the New Jersey Devils.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
So. You know, and then you got the Brooklyn Nets. They used to be New Jersey Nets, but then they switched into the Brooklyn. What are they now? Are they Brooklyn Nets? Yeah. So, but they're in Brooklyn now, so you know, it makes sense. So I got to gloat because I lived in Boston
Mhm.
as a child, and the heel has to come out of me in this one because I am a big Celtics fan, um, and it's in my glory to watch the 76ers just looking completely mediocre. Um, Joel Embiid, I don't know what's going to happen with this dude. You watch Sixers at all? You watch basketball?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, Joel Embiid, I don't know what's going on with this dude.
he's got problems.
He's got problems. I see the fans; they're just not happy with Joel Embiid. You know, he had Maxey calling him out at practice. Apparently, that wasn't supposed to be out there, and that was leaked. So he's mad about whoever leaked that. You know, I'm like, why don't you be mad about your play? Why don't you be mad about not making practice and all these different things? I don't really care, you know. But as a Celtics fan, obviously everybody hates the Celtics in the Philadelphia area. All Boston teams, actually. You know, they don't, you know, obviously you Phillies, you don't like the Red Sox. Sixers don't like the Celtics. The Flyers don't like the Bruins. So, you know, there is that nice, you know, uh, love hate. Well, no, complete hate relationship with Boston. Not many people like Boston. But like I said, I lived there as a child, and I grew up a Celtics fan, watching Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge. I mean, all them guys, Bill Walton. You know, like a historical team. But just to watch, I mean, you know, they won the title last year, so it was a big deal for me. And they've been one of the top teams in the past, you know, many years now. And watching, you know, Celtics, uh, you know, when the Sixers took Markel Fultz over Jason Tatum, that was amazing because, you know, I remember guys, you know, they had Ben Simmons, you know, and everybody was telling me how much better Ben Simmons was than Jason Tatum. And I don't even know where Ben Simmons is now. Irrelevant. That's all I know. And you got my Celtic champions probably going to repeat, and just watching the Sixers just completely melt down. It's a shame because, you know, I don't hate any teams. I don't have a real, I mean, except for Dallas, but I don't really have big hate. And even Sixers, it's sad to see this process that they have talked about for years, and it just hasn't come to fruition. I mean, like, you know, when is this process going to pay off? You know, because they get bounced like at the every year they get bounced, and it's like, you know, Embiid's getting older. I think he's like 30 now, and he's a big man, and big men don't age well. So when is it? You got a nice young core. You got that kid McCain, I think his name is, from I think it was Duke. You got Tyrese Maxey, who's a hell of a player. You got, I don't know why you got Paul George. Like this, what's he, like 34? He's just getting old. You know, you did not get the prime George. I mean, you know, I'm not the biggest expert, but I've watched basketball, you know, for a very long time. For me, I'm just saying from the outside, I think you need to make that move. You need to move on from Embiid, trade him, get the best package you can, because he can still play. He's been in contention for MVP every year, so it's hard to say to a talent like him. But I just think he's just done here. I just don't think he wants to be here anymore, you know?
Well, apparently it says Joel Embiid professionalism questions within the NBA. The 76ers amidst rumors.
Well, I just think, you know, sometimes it's just time to move on from a place, you know? So anyway, I guess that's enough about basketball. You got anything else? This is your show.
I know. Pretty much. I mean, I just been chilling and doing stuff and having fun and hanging out.
Yeah.
Playing video games, pretty much.
What video games?
Wrestling and
You played wrestling game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And football.
Oh, like Madden?
Yeah.
Oh.
So far, I've played the Eagles and LA Rams, and then I played Washington and the Cowboys.
Oh.
But except I was Washington, and I beat the Cowboys.
Nice.
But the big thing is that wasn't the real. That didn't happen in real life. So
Yeah, I know.
That's kind of crappy.
It's a bummer.
It'll happen on a game, but not in real life. I wish things that happen in the game happen in real life,
Yeah.
but it doesn't work out like that.
Yeah. Well, Washington's have a little 3-game skid. They're having, they got a rookie quarterback. He's hitting that wall. They got a brand new coach, brand new general manager. The dogs are out. Who let the dogs out? Who? My son Gavin.
Cool.
So, anyway, you want to wrap it up, man? This is your show.
Yeah. We just wrapped up. Eddie and Heel. We're talking and having fun, and I hope you guys catch us next week, next Tuesday again.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And you have Thanksgiving coming up.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
By the way, where you going for Thanksgiving?
Nowhere.
Nowhere? No?
I'm just going to be home.
Just going to be home with the fam?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody coming over?
My sisters.
Yeah. Gonna have turkey?
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes?
Yeah.
Stuffing?
Yeah.
What else? Anything else?
Cranberries. That's pretty much about it.
Cranberries?
The parade on TV.
Nice. I like all that. Yeah, we're going over my wife's uncle's house like we do every year. So looking forward to that. And yeah, man. We can close it out, brother. It's good being here with you today.
Yeah. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll talk to you next week.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Talk to you later.
See you.